But the reality is, as horrible as what happened, it could have been worse. The reason it was not worse is because law enforcement officials did what they do. They showed amazing courage by running toward gunfire for the singular purpose of trying to save lives.
But the bottom line is that officer was not on scene, not on campus, but had heard the 911 call with a man with a gun, drove immediately to the area, sped to what he thought was the man with a gun, to the back of the school, what turned out to be a teacher, and not the suspect. In doing so, he drove right by the suspect.
And it is a fact that because of their quick response, getting on the scene.
At 11:33 is when the suspect entered the school. The suspect began shooting into room 111.
Being able to respond to the gunman and eliminate the gunman, they were able to save lives.
But she was in room 112, called 911 at 12:03. The duration of the call was 1 minute and 23 seconds. She identified herself and whispered, she's in room 112. At 12:10, she called back. In room 12, advised there were multiple dead. 12:13, again, she called on the phone. Again at 12:16, she called back and said there was 8 to 9 students alive. And 12:47, she asked 911 to please send the police now.
And I asked the sheriff and others an open-ended question and got the same answer from the sheriff as well as from the mayor of Uvalde. The question was, what is the problem here? And they were straightforward and emphatic. We have a problem with mental health illness in this community. The gunman was 18 years old and reportedly a high school dropout. There was no known mental health history. He used one weapon, which was an AR-15, using 223 rounds.
Through his digital media footprint, and I'll just do by date time. And Ramos asked his sister to help him buy a gun. She flatly refused. That was in September of 21. He had Instagram, a 4-group chat. It was discussed that Ramos being a school shooter. That was on February 28th of 2022.
As shocking and extraordinary and disturbing as this event occurs, there is an urgent need for everybody affected to access mental health.
We are 50th in the nation in mental health care access. 50th. There are only 50 states in the nation. We are dead last. The #1 provider of mental health care services under Gregg Abbott in the state of Texas is the county jail system in the state of Texas. He's refused to expand Medicaid, which would bring $10 billion a year, including mental health care access for people who need it. He's refused to champion red flag laws. When somebody says that they are having trouble, that they may kill somebody, they may kill themselves, a red flag law would protect the public.
But the entire community is in utter shock about this.
He says this was unpredictable. It was totally predictable, and I predict this will continue to happen when you continue to have a governor who will not stand up for the people of Texas. His only interest is the gun lobby.
And one key point that we will focus on is making sure that everybody in this community has the access they need for as long as they need it to address with the mental and emotional health care needs that they have.
He's refused to support a ban on AR-15s and AK-47s. This 18-year-old who just turned 18 bought an AR-15 and took it into an elementary school and shot kids in the face and killed them. Why are we letting this happen in this country? Why is this happening in this state? Year after year, city after city. This is on all of us if we do not do something, and I am going to do something, and I'm not alone.
Sit down. You're out of line and an embarrassment.
He said this is not predictable. This is totally predictable when you choose not to do anything.
Sir, you are out of line. Sir, you are out of line. Please.
stop this from happening again. This is on you until you choose to do something different. This will continue to happen. Somebody needs to stand up for the children of this state, or they will continue to be killed, just like they were killed in Uvalde yesterday. The majority of the people of Texas are with us, but we've got to stand up to this, or we just accept this theater and business as usual, and we accept the next shooting. We could have stopped this if we had stood up after Santa Fe High School, if we had stood up after El Paso. We are going to stop the next one. We're standing up right here in Uvalde, Texas right now.